What's up, everyone? It's Commissioner Madman. Thank you for listening and or watching to a special episode of Comedy Fight Club. I'm here with the spirit animal, Justin Lanza.
Hell yeah, great to be here.
So this week, we are not going to be coming from Lucky Jack's on the Lower East Side. We have a special treat. This episode is being recorded for April 7th, 2019, which is the same day as the greatest entertainment spectacle in the world, WrestleMania.
Oh, that's right. The greatest spectacle in the world. The one holiday Matt Maran takes off a year.
Yes, the one night a year. I am not at Comedy Fight Club on Sunday nights, but this year we're actually taking off the night. But if any of you know anything about WrestleMania weekend, it is they take over the whole city where they're at, and they're in New York, New Jersey this year at the Meadowlands. So wrestling shows, independent wrestling shows are happening pretty much throughout the area. So at noon this Sunday, Capital Wrestling had a show, afternoon show, and we are doing Comedy Fight Club battles in the ring during intermission. We've done it a couple times with Capital Wrestling, but this is WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, this is a big weekend for wrestling, and we can't help but capitalize and try to get our bright, shining star comedian faces in with it.
Absolutely. We're at Capital. We're going to be at Capital Wrestling. We're recording this before we've done the show. It's Scott Chaplin will be back as our guest official. Woo! He was incredible, and actually, yeah, we can pull the clip from that because that was maybe the best moment in Comedy Fight Club history.
Yeah, one of the
Scott
best.
Chaplin. It was our first ever comedian shuts down heckler videos at Comedy Fight Club. Let's just play a little clip from that. Scott Chaplin, last time he was guest official at Fight Club, and was rudely interrupted by a patron at Lucky Jack's bar.
Listen, I get it. I look like I'm like non-binary, right? But and that bothers you because you got problems. They have Newport stores? They have just the Newport store. Just the Newport store. Do you really call the deli the Newport store, sir? You smoke more than you eat to call the deli, the bodega, the Newport store. How fucking white trash can a person be that he thinks the sandwiches and everything else is just there? It's extra. The Newports, that's the store. Sir, I've been killing for 5 minutes, and thank you very much. Thank you very much for letting me do that, okay? But we're getting tired. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, so guys, okay, so 3 ties, that's what I was saying? And then I suggest another tie. Tie a noose around your neck, sir.
So that was the last time Scott Chaplin was in the CFC arena. He will be in a wrestling arena. It's the show is in Ridgefield, New Jersey. For those of you who want to come out, look up Capital Wrestling, their website, on Twitter and Instagram. Find all the details for their shows and future shows. We're pretty much involved there. Overall, I'm a part of. Well, Justin, you were a part of the show also. There's a group that is now disbanded, but the Danger Sanctuary.
The Danger Sanctuary, yeah, I got indoctrinated and I was healed, in fact.
Yes, they led by Timmy Danger. They do faith healings. And what was your ailment, Justin?
I woke up and it just, I had like a little, I think I just slept wrong, I had a little crank in my neck. It was bothering me all day. But one touch to the head and fall to the ground, and I was a new man.
The Danger Sanctuary, healing people one person at a time. I was the special guest ring announcer for the Danger Sanctuary. However, after my brain surgery, Timmy Danger came to visit me, and I did not feel better when he healed me. But fellow Danger Sanctuary member Corey Castle, who had the same brain surgery I did, came, and I felt better after he came, and the Danger Sanctuary has now split. No longer the Danger Sanctuary, now the Rising Suns with Corey Castle, Jimmy Rave, H.C. Locke, and Young, Dumb, and Broke, and I am the guest announcer for the new group, the Rising Suns.
Oh my goodness, the Rising Suns.
If you're a fan of Capital Wrestling, you will see the Rising Suns as they rise to the top of Capital Wrestling, most importantly because of their special guest ring announcer, Matt Maran.
Yes, and I don't want to seem disloyal, but I'm very easily swayed, so I'd be very curious to see what you've got going on your side of the aisle.
Yes, Rising Suns will be at the Capital Wrestling Show on April 7th also. But during intermission, we're going to have some Comedy Fight Club battle. This one, we are having former Comedy Fight Club champion Dan Wickes. He will be facing Chloe Mcgovern in one of our battles. That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, two weak and scrawny bodies that do not belong in the ring.
Yes.
But big, beefy, roided up brains ready to wrestle at it.
We're going to go to a clip now, a couple clips from Dan Wickes and Chloe Mcgovern, some of their past battles, so you guys see a little bit of what we're in store for.
All right. Drew is from the city of brotherly love. Ironically, because as a white banker who lives in Bushwick, brothers must fucking hate you. Drew got cut from his high school basketball team because he couldn't nail threes. So now he rapes fours. Drew is a rapey asshole who worked in who worked in a record store for years. He's really good at giving things the spins. Thank you. Drew's depression helps him with his rock music. So he doesn't even need a pedal to go wah.
Jake, you pit stain on a silk shirt. Jake's from Iowa, which makes sense because that's also what he writes on all of his child support checks. I owe ya. Jake works as a soundboard editor for SiriusXM. He's responsible for making sure the levels are good, getting rid of static, and adding the word allegedly every time someone brings up Bill Cosby. No, really, though, it's great to roast the guy who ate Matt Maran's tumor. Let's see. Jake, you delivered jokes like you're selling used cars on Kiss FM. Which makes sense because your comedy is like my rape, an unwelcome interruption.
So that's Dan Wickes, Chloe Mcgovern. The other battle we have is Sarah Hartshorne versus John Minus.
Oh, I'd love to see John Minus in a onesie.
In a wrestling onesie, yes. They're both actually really good friends. They're both done Fight Club a bunch of times. I'm really excited for this one.
Oh yeah.
So let's go to Justin. Every time I say excited, you're supposed to say woo or something. Woo! We're gonna go to a couple clips from Sarah and John Minus, and I'm gonna be sitting in studio interviewing them also about their battle.
Lawrence was circumcised at the age of 7. I have two theories as to how and why this happened. The first one is it took that long for his parents to realize that was a penis, not a large clitoris. They thought it was just a shriveled, hooded, limp penis. My second theory is his dad sneezed, and that's how it. This guy's engaged. Give a round of applause for him. Yeah. And his fiance is a beautiful, smart woman who, and you know this, she loves fucking chubby black guys when he's out doing comedy. I say he knows this because sometimes he insists on watching. I don't get it.
Okay, Poke a Hot Mess, let's do this. All right, knock it off. Brittany's dad wasn't around much when she was growing up, which is so sad. It's like, if you're going to have daddy issues, like, be hotter. Brittany, as a result, is attracted to a lot of alcoholics, which is so funny because her Indian name is Rock Bottom. Brittany and I were both sexually assaulted, so I feel bad because just my rapist was so much luckier. You know what I mean?
What's up, everyone? I am here joined by upcoming comedy Fight Club battle at Capital Wrestling, Sarah Hartshorne versus John Minus.
You.
What's up? How you guys doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good. You excited for this battle? You excited to be in a wrestling ring? It's an intermission of a pro wrestling show, a Jersey wrestling crowd the day of WrestleMania.
I am excited. I assume that the audience will be very excited to see not wrestling, right? That seems...
At a wrestling show?
Yeah, exactly. That seems like exactly what wrestling audiences love.
Yes.
Really excited to be that.
We were we've done it a couple times now, and my fear was they were going to just shit all over it because it wasn't wrestling, but it's actually gone pretty well.
Oh, okay, that's
the crowd
good.
gets into it.
Okay.
It's a Jersey wrestling crowd. Call someone gay.
Sure. I can do that.
I think they just will enjoy seeing people get hurt, either physically or emotionally.
Oh, that's good. They don't care. They're just like
They just
geared
wanna see
up.
pain.
They're ready for it. All right, good. Okay.
Yeah, and you guys, so this is interesting because you guys faced each other at Fight Club before we were on guest, but you faced each other already.
We did.
Who won that one? Was that
That would be me.
John won?
But actually, we both won because we had Fight of the Night.
We did. We won Fight of the Night. It was
And
great.
Joke of the Night. We swept the
Yeah, I think
awards.
I won. No, you won Joke of the Night. Yeah.
And the bat. Sarah, you lost everything.
I did. I lost everything, but I got Fight of the Night, and honestly, I think it was one of the more. Like, I walked out of that and I was like, man, we were like really even. Like, it was like really toe to toe. Like, I walked out of it feeling good.
That's what the person who lost would say.
I do say, that's what I say.
But you've gotten Fight of the Night a few times.
I have every time but one, I think.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow, I need to keep track of this more.
Yeah, every time but one. And then I've won Joke of the Night, I think, one or two other times besides that one.
Yeah.
So,
we haven't done, because now, because the show airs on gas for a while, we would put like one joke up on Instagram each week as like a joke of the night. I think we should probably start doing that again. We haven't done them since we've been on gas, but those are always a lot of fun.
Maybe that's, so I think my most recent fight maybe was after you stopped doing that. So I'm going to assume that I would
You
have
won Joke of the Night, yes.
No, I have
Yeah,
I don't think so.
exactly.
But actually, I think also that was the time that I didn't win Fight of the Night because like something crazy happened. Like someone like dislocated their shoulder or something.
Oh, I do remember that. Yes, that was Gene Meyer against Mike Kramer.
And I was like, well, I can't. I don't want to.
Gene tried to mosh in the crowd, and the crowd moved out of the way, and he just flew into the wall.
The crowd of 12 people. 12 tiny, spindly comedians.
Yes.
Well,
who were going to catch a man.
Yeah.
That just means you're a great second. You're a good bottom.
Thank you so much.
Are you known? You
As
should be
a
known.
white woman, obviously the highest honor I can hope to attain is a black man telling me I have a good bottom. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
I said you're a great bottom.
No.
Like
You said I have a nice ass. That's what I heard.
You remember when that used to be an insult?
When what? So
Telling a white woman she had a big butt.
I know.
I thought from a black man it's a compliment.
Well, yeah, it was. That was the whole thing. It was like we would say, "Oh, you got a nice, you got a fat ass," and they would get all upset. And now they accept it as a compliment. So now
because now we don't body shame anymore, and it doesn't matter whether you have a big bottom or a small bottom. It's a beautiful bottom.
And because white people want to take from right, like. White people are like, what are black women doing? Like, what are they doing? Oh, is that it?
It's cultural appropriation is white women having big
fat
bottoms.
asses? Cool, let's do it.
White women having fat asses is cultural appropriation.
Exactly. It totally is. So now to insult white women, I just call them the 53%.
That's fair.
It works. You're
I think
all awful.
I do think this is one of the battles we've had. This may be the one where the two people battling are maybe the closest friends. Because you guys have known each other since before you were doing comedy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
How did you guys meet
Actually,
originally?
we met through a wrestler.
Yeah. Yeah.
We met.
Tell this story.
I don't know if you've heard of Brimstone. He may be a D-list wrestler at this point. But
I mean,
think he was
as opposed to all the
C-list.
A-list wrestlers in Capital Wrestling.
But he was.
Sorry, I love all of you in Capital Wrestling.
He was having a roast for his birthday.
Yeah.
And there were a bunch of D-list celebrity stars, which is why she was there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not
Sarah,
that people...
why, and explain for people who don't know why. Sarah, why are you a celebrity?
I am no longer a celebrity, but I was on America's Next Top Model.
Oh,
and
this is Brimstone we
there
have up here.
is. Yeah. He also has, I think, a podcast network and like a bunch. He has food products and
He
he
has
does
a comic book?
Yeah, comic book.
Yeah.
He has like a bunch of crap. But so yeah, he had a roast. I was on America's Next Top Model, and so it was like me and a couple.
Sarah, you were on a season of America's Next Top Model,
Yeah.
claim to fame, crying in front of Tyra Banks.
Yep, I did. I did cry in front of a lot. I cried in front of Tyra Banks before I cried in front of my husband.
She also stuck paper straw wrappers up her nose.
I
That was
did.
her introduction
On
to
America's
America.
Next Top Model?
Yeah, I also ran around naked. No one cares about that. I don't know
You really
why.
don't.
I know. Everyone's like, oh, the straw thing. You
Why
cried.
did you put straws up your nose?
So it was this trick. So, all right, here's what happened. If we really want to, this is, all right. So,
I want to show everyone why I should be America's Next Top Model. I'm going to shove straws up my nose.
Well, so
This was her plan.
okay, the problem was I had no plan. And so we were all sitting there.
This sounds like a plan.
I nailed it. Look, I nailed it, all right? I made it farther than you bitches. So we were like all waiting to go talk to the panel, for the first time. We were going to talk to Tyra and the other judges for the first time. I think it was Miss J and Mr. J and Tyra. And so then one of the PAs or associate producers was like, "What's your talent?" And I was like, "Okay, I thought the whole point was I don't need, you know what I mean? I don't need talent."
You were trying to make a statement.
I have a face. Is that I thought that
she
was
made
enough.
a statement.
And they were like, "No, you have to do something. That girl's tap dancing, that girl's rapping, that girl's singing." And I was like, "I don't have any talent." And so my roommate,
I still say this about her.
I know it comes up a lot. Look, you're not wrong. Okay, I can't tap dance. I can't rap.
But you can shove a lot of straws up your nose.
I can shove a lot of straws up my nose.
How did you decide on that being the talent you would do?
My roommate was another contestant, and she was like, "Do that thing you did at dinner," and I was like, "What thing that I did at dinner?" And she was like, "That thing with the straw wrapper." And I was like, "Oh my God," because a fight had broken out at dinner, and to diffuse the tension, I did this trick that my great grandmother taught me where you take a straw wrapper, you fold it in half lengthwise, and then you crinkle it up into an accordion, and you shove it up your nose, and when someone says you have something in your nose, you pull it out, and it comes out really long. And it's hilarious. It's a delightful dinner trick. My family is very classy.
If there is ever a fight around Sarah Hartshorne, this is how she breaks up the fight.
This is how, and
some people learn martial arts. Some people put straw wrappers up their nose.
It's good to learn from your elders.
Yes.
Exactly. And so I just went out there with this fucking straw wrapper up my nose, and then I pulled it out, and that was my talent.
What was the response from Tyra and the panel?
Okay, so in real life, they laughed. Okay, they laughed, and then they edited it to make it look like they didn't. And honestly, they didn't edit that much, but there were some significant changes that they made where I kind of seemed like an asshole, and then they edited something where I was like, that's not how it happened. But I wasn't mad about any of that, but I was like, God damn it, they laughed. I killed. How dare you?
And it's not fair to judge her by that because, back then she was 80, 90 pounds lighter.
That's true. I was.
So
I was still plus size. I was still a plus size contestant, but not a plus size person.
Yeah. No.
Weird how those aren't the same
Now
thing.
she's just size.
Just size. So, and because of that fame, you were on this Roast of Brimstone.
Roast of Brimstone.
And you two met each other because you both were on that?
Well, I used to do a podcast. I was actually, my friends do a wrestling podcast, and they couldn't make it.
What's the name? Plug it. We got some wrestling fans who'll probably be listening and watching.
I don't think they do it anymore, but now they do a comic book one called Near Mint.
Okay.
Which is where they review comic books, and they go back and forth. It's on the nonproductive.com network. Which is where my podcast was, too, the Alter Negro Show.
Was?
Well, I
just plug a non-existent podcast?
I started doing comedy, but that's how I transitioned.
So your podcast wasn't comedic?
It's still there. It wasn't.
It's like I had to stop doing my funny podcast because I started doing comedy.
That's such a common problem. That's how it goes.
Stand-up.
Always.
It was more ranting.
It was thoughtful. Yeah, it was philosophical, maybe.
Alter Negro.
Alter Negro.
Yes.
But yeah.
But and then so you guys were both on this roast together. That's how you met.
The roast was a fucking shit show too. Everyone got wasted, and the audience just wouldn't listen. All these great comedians got up, and they were a couple great comedians got up, and then a bunch of D-list celebrities got up and
I was going to say, were they?
There was one really good comedian, and then there was one that I don't really remember, but might have been great, but I probably couldn't hear them because the crowd was so rowdy. So I don't think I even got to tell my jokes, which I don't remember. But that was how we met. And
then you both started doing stand-up after that?
Well, I mentioned I wanted to do stand-up.
In passing.
Yeah.
And I just latched onto it.
And hounded me.
And I didn't let it go.
So you both kind of started stand-up together? Or you started first and then got you into it later?
Once I started it,
and then beat her in a roast battle?
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
But we don't do a lot of rematches, but I'm looking forward to the rematch. You guys both excited for this?
I am excited.
To be fair, she's a little bit better than me now, but my tits are bigger.
Awesome. My tits are bigger.
It's true.
Awesome. So thank you both for joining me. I'm excited for this battle, the rematch, see if Sarah Hartshorne gets her revenge and beats John Minus.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys, and we'll see you both in the ring. So we got those two battles at Capitol Wrestling, April 7th, WrestleMania Day. And we're going to have, I think we're going to have a few other things. I'm sitting in studio a little later on with Harry Tarjanian, the CEO of Capitol Wrestling. If you watch Gas Digital, Zach Amico is the Executive VP of Talent Relations for Capitol Wrestling. Chris from Brooklyn is a backstage interviewer. And Zach Amico also is having his first ever professional wrestling match on this show against Jeff Cannonball. It's a death match.
Ooh, one of them's going to die.
If you don't know what a death match is, they basically kill each other. It's a lot of weapons, barbed wire, steel weapons, bats, crazy stuff. When I was wrestling, I never did a death match, and Zach's doing it in his first match ever.
Oh, geez. I mean, that could be hardcore. That could be incredibly dangerous.
It could be. Almost as dangerous as roast battling.
Almost. Oh,
Almost.
man. Yeah, I mean, my feelings are still hurt.
Yes. So how do you think these battles are going to go? Sarah Hartshorne versus John Minus.
I think.
As you smack them, please say we got that on camera.
Yeah.
As you smack the mic out of your face.
Accidentally smacked the mic away because it hurts me too much to answer. How can I pick between my two best friends?
You're Sarah versus John. I refuse to answer.
Yes. How dare you? How dare you bring this upon me? Of all the things you could ask me, John and Sarah, I think it'll be great to finally have two plus-size models in the ring together.
Yes, Sarah, former plus-size model. John, potential plus-size model.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about beauty on the inside, thank God. And I'm really curious to see how brave we can all be just to watch it.
And how do you think Dan Wickes versus Chloe Mcgovern is going to go? Chloe has done Roast Masters a bunch of times, was a main eventer at Roast Masters. Dan, Fight Club champion, former Fight Club champion, two of our best battlers. How do you think that one's going to shake out?
I wonder, Dan is an excellent roaster, a bit of a savant. I'm wondering if his nervous energy will transfer over to Chloe and shut her down like a subliminal, just, because he's got like nervous waves coming off of him, like, it's like the way bacon smells. It just changes the way you feel.
Yes, but Chloe is vicious. I don't think she'll be phased.
You don't think she'll be phased?
I don't think so, but I could definitely see Dan trying to throw her off her game with his eyes.
Oh, yes.
But all right, it's gonna be a real fun show. We got some cool interviews coming up, some cool segments coming up, and at the end you're gonna see Chloe Mcgovern, Dan Wickes, Sarah Hartshorne, John Minus with Scott Chaplin as the guest official referee. I'm in wrestling mode now as the guest official in the middle of the ring at Capitol Wrestling. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the show. Thank you, Spirit Animal, for being here with me.
Oh, always.